to be here talking about something that is so close to our hearts. I'm actually going to kickstart this with something that's really personal, an anecdote of sorts. Last month, while sitting in a cafe in Bali, a Polish girl handed me a book about love and life. This was after we'd had quite a long conversation, and the highlighted sentence in that book actually summed up our entire conversation about love and life in one sentence. Don't be pushed by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Here's how life usually goes. We educate ourselves, get jobs, and gradually get sucked into a routine. Despite having nascent dreams and continuing to grumble about the work that we're going for, we continue to go to office each day in the hope for a bigger car or a better house. That's because we are constantly told that ambition can be measured in two ways: career progression and the amount of money that we earn. And this acquires the status of a fact or truth through a series of iterations and reiterations by the people that surround us: friends, family members, teachers, peers, you name it. But at the ripe old age of 30, we decided to unlearn all of this. Why, you ask? Because we found that cultivating happiness and chasing contentment was doing strange things to us. While our friends were grumbling about 16-hour workdays and strained backs, we found ourselves smiling, a bit too much sometimes, staying very happy and wanting to pelt our inner circle with love all the time.
Now, before you start dismissing this as some hippie sorcery or asking us questions about which magic pill we have stumbled upon, let me add a disclaimer or two. Firstly, we are not saying that money is not important. It pays the bills. It ensures a seamless life. It is very important, but it doesn't have to be the be-all and end-all of one's life. Secondly, it's possible to marry one's dreams with financial stability. Of course, this is not easy. It takes more work, patience, and persistence than you can possibly imagine. Take our example. Till a few years ago, we were well settled in London. I was working a corporate job and Savi was completing her PhD. By the time we were 30, we had set out to achieve certain things, and we had achieved all of them, be it in education or job. We had well-paying jobs in London and a traditionally secure future ahead of us. But having already traveled to 50-odd countries, we grew more and more in love with the idea of traveling the world full-time. So we quit our jobs, and with that, our lives in London, to travel the world full-time. After all, you get one life, and both of us wanted to enjoy every single sumptuous second of it. Now, this was not a whimsical decision. It was part of a larger plan to hone our lives the way we wanted them to be. While dreaming is essential, putting in the effort to realize those dreams is even more important. We saved for 8 years towards a travel fund. And for 3 years before we quit our jobs, we were exploiting and honing our skill set that would enable us to earn an income when we started traveling full time. Now for us, the choice was clear. We knew we had to put together Savi's background in literature and creative writing, my love for photography, and our common passion for travel to generate content that we thought the internet needed, content that we were proud of. Every evening, we would come back from our day jobs and start working on our passion project. We worked 20-hour days to set up a website and learn the basics of digital marketing. Hundreds and thousands of hours were spent garnering a readership on social media. It was a steep learning curve, and we learned a lot of things. We learned that building an online business is not as easy as it sounds. Sustaining it requires rigorous motivation and discipline. But it brings with it incredible opportunities. We have had the honor of working with brands that we have loved and used for years. Brands like Citi, HP, GoPro, Hyatt, just to name a few. We've been featured on National Geographic, on TEDx, Discovery Channel, CNN, and that is an amazing feeling. Bruised Passports is 5 years old. And right now, believe it or not, we spend longer hours working on it than we did in our jobs in London. But when your work is your passion, it does not feel like work at all.
That's true. And having established the importance of a stable means of income and hopefully given you some ideas about unconventional ways of achieving it, let me get back to the original topic of this conversation, which is, why do we smile so much? And this is a question that is asked of us every single day on our website, on our social media, and even in real life. The truth is, it's neither a magic pill nor a secret. It's a conscious lifestyle decision that we have chosen, and so can you. Some call it the law of attraction, but to me, it's simply the realization that you become what you think. Now, let's start with the obvious. Despite how perfect somebody's life might seem on social media, everybody is riddled with niggles and problems, ranging from the mundane to the severe. It's how you choose to tackle those problems that is the most important. We live in a world surrounded by negativity, and all of us have been sucked in by that negativity at some point in our lives. But here's what we suggest. Try ridding yourself of negativity. Jealousies, toxic people, and negative thoughts belong in the bin. Now, this is not an overnight process. It's a gradual change. But you will notice that you are so much more productive when you have a happy mind full of positive thoughts. Instead of spewing other people with negative thoughts or spewing venom, being envious about others, here's what you should do. Practice and try to be financially independent, and then live out all your dreams, however crazy or hedonistic they might sound to other people.
Now, this is what we have learned from our journey. As we started to purge negativity from our lives and got more and more passionate about creating good content, we realized that the things that used to niggle us didn't anymore. This nouveau entrepreneurship, which focuses on generating an income while cultivating happiness, comes with just one condition, that you need to stop thinking negatively and encouraging negativity and stop judging others. After all, it's your journey. You should prioritize happiness, contentment, and those people that love you as much as you love them. Make sure you make a conscious decision to pursue this every single day. After you have purged the negativity out of your lives, it's time to start cultivating happiness and contentment. Now, we do it in a number of ways, and so can you. Take joys in small things in life, be it a home-cooked meal, a starry night, or the season's first snowfall. Work towards projects that you're passionate about. For us, those are kids' education and women's empowerment. Recognize the perfect in the imperfect. In life, just like in travel, nothing is perfect. But if you look at the glass half full instead of half empty, it will definitely change your life. And finally, concentrate on becoming a beautiful soul and empowering people around you, be it your friends, family, or co-workers, instead of trying to bring them down. And once you do all these things, happiness and success will come your way.
Yeah, to sum it up, ambition is a heterogeneous concept. To a lot of people, it means being at the topmost rung in the corporate ladder or being a millionaire. And there's nothing wrong with that. But ambition can also mean a lot of other things. It can mean a happy life, a peaceful life, a content life. And that is the ambition that drives us. I'm actually going to wind this up with a quote from the very same book that I referenced to at the beginning, which goes, "Kindness is a choice. Optimism is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. So choose wisely." Thank you.
Thank you.